everyone, it's Terrariums and Tea, and I'm doing a little update on some of my terrariums. I went away for vacation and I came back. This one, I just put this one in the middle. I just put the cover on, sprayed him a little, and when I got back he was bigger than ever. He's growing, it looks like a new little bulb. You can't see it because it's like microscopic, not microscopic, tiny. It's really tiny. So exciting. Here's this little orchid that is a twin to this orchid. It's part of my terrarium versus non-terrarium experiment. The one in the terrarium did really well when I was on vacation, whereas this one, can I focus? One of the leaves right here fell off. It turned yellow and fell off. But I think it's because it's an older bulb and it's like supporting the new bulbs. The new bulbs are doing fine though, so I might mount it soon. I keep saying I'm going to mount it, but I don't. And this guy, you can't really see him. On vacation, I repotted part of the plants that are inside. There was a larger plant in here and I removed it and I just left this nice little ivy. And there's another plant in here, you can't see it. I'll put its name at the bottom. I really like it. It grows very quickly, so it's not a good plant to have if you don't know what the results are going to be. This is my little eBay orchid from Thailand. He did really well when I was on vacation. Love him. He's growing a new little leaf at the top and a little root. His other roots are doing okay. They got like this weird little black tip, but they don't do anything with the black tip. He still has, when he arrived, he had like all these old like stems and old roots that had died, I guess year after year, and whoever had him like never removed those old growths, and I've been too lazy to remove them. Some of the roots are still, even though they're dead, they're like very strong and I can't take them off. So I feel like it's protecting the plant a little. I don't like the way they look though, so I might take them off in the future, but for now, like these parts right here are dead, and then like these ones are alive, and it's been this way for a year. Kind of looks like a little monster. And moving on, the little, you can't really see it, this little orchid right here. Maybe I'll pull him up closer. This one's the same species. It's the other one I bought from eBay, but it was from a UK seller. He's not doing hot. He's the one that only has one root, and he's just like slowly dying. He is producing one little leaf. You can't see it because it's so tiny. I don't want to throw him away just yet, but I know he's not, I feel like he's not going to make it. And then this guy is awesome. See, he has a new leaf coming out the top. His roots are nice and green. When I bought him, he didn't have green roots, but now they've started photosynthesizing light. There's one little root here. I don't know if I can focus in on it. It's like at the top. And I forgot to water him, and that root had completely shriveled up, and I was really worried. I put because I had left the top of the terrarium open, and then the little radiators were on, and I forgot about them, and they completely shriveled his little roots. And then today I made sure, not today, but I made sure to water him really well the other day, and they plumped back up. So I'm very excited that I did not permanently damage him with one little mistake. This terrarium I repotted. I wanted to have the Venus hair fern. It's a true fern. I found out dividing it is quite bad. The little divisions aren't going to work as well. Whereas I took the big mother plant, I cut off almost all the leaves, not leaves, the little stems, and then I planted it whole, so it's like this big ball of roots at the bottom, and that seems to work really well. Now it's producing little, I don't know if you can see it, producing new little leaves and everything, so yay. Okay, this is my beach themed terrarium I made. I'm kind of experimenting with aquarium gravel. So I put a layer of aquarium gravel, and then I put the regular soil, and then some more gravel, but it tapers, so the gravel is deep right here, but in the back it's just soil. And for the soil is, I have an asparagus fern that I have kind of, you know, cut it to make it look like a little bonsai tree. And then I have another, I think it's like a red nerve plant, and it's doing awesome. And then my little beach goers, you see them chilling at the beach. Little guy. Okay, I have my little bathroom terrarium. It's a little house. It has quite a lot of gravel, but it's already, the roots are already growing too much. It should be in a bigger terrarium, I guess. It's quite big. It keeps growing, so doing something right. It doesn't get any direct sun. I love how it looks like a little tree. So cute. Let's see, what else? I have this little terrarium. It's just moss. So when you're just doing moss terrarium, you don't need a lot of rocks and stuff. You can just put a tiny bit of dirt at the bottom and then put moss on the top and it'll be fine. Some plant updates. This was supposed to be a terrarium orchid, but it did not want to be in a terrarium because the terrarium was too moist and too warm, so it likes to be in the dark little corners. And it is doing fine. It is growing some new leaves and some new roots, and I'm happy with it. Let's see, what else? Back here, I have an orchid. Show you his leaves. He's been through a lot. He had a snail infection when I bought him, but I didn't know he had snails. And then when I discovered he had snails, they'd eaten all the roots, and I had to cut all the roots off, and then I replanted him in this Orchid Focus mix, and then the Orchid Focus mix completely destroyed his roots that were left. It was horrible. And then I replanted him in this other mix, and he's doing okay now. You can see the difference on his leaves. Okay, this is my Oncidium. You can see the leaves have these lines in them. This is from when it had the snail damage. And then you see like all these ripples right here, and this is from when I potted it in the Orchid Focus mix, and it just wasn't getting any water to the roots, even though the mix was like wet and I had to take it out. And then you see the smooth part, and this is when I replanted it in the Ceramus. It's like clay, little clay bits and bark, and now it is growing. It has this new flower spike, which is funny. See? It's not even a proper planter, it's just as far as the roots are. I don't know, it says like cherry baby, and it smells like cherries, but everyone else who has a cherry baby, it's spelled differently, so I can't find it online, so I don't know what its real name is. Like, alright, and last but not least, here's my little Dendrobium orchid. I don't really like, well, when I first bought it, I didn't like the blooms very much. Now they're growing on me, I'm starting to like it more and more. They smell really good in the morning. A reason I bought this plant was because it was so healthy. It was at IKEA for like £8 or something ridiculous. And the main reason I got it, besides being healthy, was it has all these little, not all, it has one really nice keiki. Let me see if I can spin it around. Where is it? Actually, it's two. Let's see. I can focus in on this one. Can't really see it, but here's its little roots, and the little baby plant is right here. It's shooting up, so I figured I've never had a dendrobium before, and I wanted to start with this one. I figured if I did something wrong and it died, I still had like these 2 little baby plants growing off it that I could, you know, maybe sell or start over with. I know they wouldn't bloom right away. Actually, no, they would, because this one is also a keiki. It has little roots. I don't know if you can see it. And it had a bunch of flowers. They fell off recently. Well, not recently, maybe this last month. So that's exciting. I'm gonna leave it until the spring, and then I might replant the 2 little keikis in, I want to do just like clay or something. And as you can see, I don't have a proper pot for this. The roots they were very like long, and then they were very shallow. So I found if I was putting it in a regular pot, there was too much potting mix and it was getting too wet in the middle and then too dry on the sides, where this is about the same length as the roots are. And so I just like put little holes in it, and you can see some of the roots. And I feel like this is a better container for it, and it should be able to stay in here for a while because the roots aren't that long. I think it's a little confused. It doesn't know if it's spring or winter or what.